So one of the things I don't like about my Tiburon is that over the years the headlights have gone foggy. This one isn't too bad, it's mostly just the bottom half that's kind of off, and then on this side the entire thing is very well coated in well, just basically sunburn on the plastic lights. Older lights like these tended to go bad. Here's another example. These ones might actually be worse. I'm unsure if that's on the inside or on the outside, but today I'm going to make an attempt at restoring these and the ones on the Tiburon. I've actually done this a few times in the past on my other car. You can see these ones are pretty decent. They look like they're orange peeled, and I'll explain why during the video, but yeah, I did a little bit of a different technique on these, and they've lasted a long time, but they're kind of ugly, so we'll avoid that mistake this time. So what you're going to need to be able to do something like this is a headlight restoration kit. This one is from Meguiar's, but you can use any brand. I would recommend this one actually. I've used it on many cars to varying degrees of success. But this thing comes with a few different pieces, which you can actually just find yourself and not have to worry about using from the kit. You can just buy these things separately, or if you happen to have them already, then it's going to be fine. But here is what it has. Basically, you're going to need some sanding discs, a buffing pad, some kind of plastic polish, a protectant thing, and then a microfiber towel. Pretty easy stuff. In addition to that, you're going to need water, obviously. I would suggest using a corded drill. I've used a cordless drill before, but at least the ones that I have don't have enough power, so you're going to want to use a corded drill for a little bit more power and longevity. It just makes it easier to buff when you have this. And then also you're going to need something to mask your headlights, because you probably don't want to buff your bumper or your paint, at least not with this kind of sandpaper. That would not turn out well. So to get started on this car, I'm actually going to pop the hood because I don't want to mask that entire piece right there, and I could probably get away with it if I just pop the hood, and yeah, then we'll get to mask it. I'm using duct tape, but I would suggest using green painter's tape or blue. That is what I've used in the past. You'll notice that I didn't really push it down very much, and that's because I'm worried about it taking off the paint or being or leaving some residue on the paint. I don't like duct tape for that, but I don't have any painter's tape on me, so this is what I'm using for this video. Again, use painter's tape, don't use duct tape, especially if you care about your paint. But it's on to the rest of things. I'm gonna just show you this through the instructions. Alright, so here is what the instructions say. Basically clean up the headlight, and then we're gonna immediately go into a 1000 grit. We're gonna be sanding with that, and then we are going to switch to 3000 grit, and then we're going to start polishing, and yeah, here's the rest of it just in case you need it. But it's fairly simple. Basically sand, then polish, then marvel at the beauty that we've created until it only lasts for like 2 months. Yeah, without any protectant, this thing really will not last that long, which is what I tried over there. I actually sprayed clear coat on those, and it was good for a while, but the problem is that the clear coat reacted with the like the polish that was on there. I guess it was a wax-based thing, and I didn't really think about that. So if you're going to spray clear coat, you're going to need to clean these off with some wax remover, get them down to just like bare material, then spray, and then maybe it'll work. I don't know. I haven't tried it personally. This is after sanding it with the 1000. You don't necessarily have to use water on the 1000, but I tend to. So it seems like it's just a little bit wet down there, but everything else is looking fine. It's just got to be cloudy, and now it's time to polish. Looks way, way better. A lot more clear. Kind of hard to see on camera. And the sun's slowly creeping up too, so I'm running out of time here. Be generous with this stuff. You can use a lot of it. You may as well at this point. Gotta preserve this work. Alright, there is the finished product right there. Ignore the residue down at the bottom. That's, well, that's just material that came off that, I can just rinse off with the hose. But man, oh man, that is way more clear. I'm trying to find a good angle on it. That's not a great one, but just from the top here you can see, like, there has been a significant change. It took me about 20 minutes to do. I'm gonna do the other side, and yeah, hopefully it'll be a bit quicker because I'm not filming. Honestly, in person it looks like it just left the factory, like it's brand new. Alright, keep in mind that this is what this side looks like currently. I realize that's not perfectly in focus, but yeah, it's not in the best shape, and I definitely think I can improve it. Let's see what it looks like after a bit of polishing. And there we go. That's what it looks like immediately after being done. The light again is a little bit off. The sun is slowly creeping up on me, as you can see. But that is a pretty significant improvement, if I do say so myself. Time to clean off the front of the car, close up the hood, and get rid of this tape. And then let's give these ones a try, just for fun. I don't suspect that these ones are going to come out quite as nice, but I will give it my best shot. It's kind of nice that they're free from the car because, well, I don't really need to do much then. No masking. So this is one of the Infiniti headlights before being done. It actually has like a rough texture to it, and there's a lip here as well. Again, lawnmower people running, but goodness, I've got some work to do on this one. That's gonna take some time. But the car is sitting out here. I pushed it out there so that it would dry. I'll show you the finished results when that's done. Some birds are chirping, but these are the lights completely in the sun. I moved the car back into its position, but sun's creeping up on me. I think they'll look a lot nicer for the camera, especially in the shade, but here's what they look like in the sun, and you can see that is a definitive improvement. Significant difference in that. But yeah, I don't know, it's not perfect, but it is way better than it was. And I mean, you can probably pay somebody to do this and have similar or better results, but the reality is it only takes about 20 minutes to do it yourself for either one, about an hour total labor, and it makes your car look way nicer, so I don't see why not. Once a year, not a bad deal. Alright, so here's what this headlight looks like after sanding. It is, I mean, it's just sanded, so it's supposed to look worse until I buff it, but the ridge that's present here, I don't know if you'd be able to even tell that there's a difference there with the camera, but there's a ridge there, and you can still feel it, which isn't great. So it makes me wonder, like, how the heck did that even happen? Did somebody spray clear on this car and then just didn't like tape off the headlights or something? Because this is significant, and it looks like it's just like a line that goes along this way, and I don't know. So these are not going to come out perfect, at least not this one, but I will give it a good polish and see what happens. Yeah, it's basically the same process 4 times. I've already done it twice on the car, 3rd time right here, and then the next one's over there. Alright, so here are the headlights. The one on the right is not finished yet, obviously, and then the one on the left is. That's a pretty significant improvement. It's weird how you can see me in the reflection, but it's definitely not perfect. These ones turned out well worse than the ones over there, that's for sure. But they were also a lot rougher, especially this one. I think the way to fix this, and I don't have time for it today, but I'm also trying to sell these, so it'll be a job for the next person, but to get that ridge off, you probably have to sand it with the 1000 for quite a while. This one isn't quite so bad, no big ridge on it, so I think I'll be able to do that one a lot quicker. However, yeah, not perfect, still a significant improvement. So much noise in the neighborhood today, but here is this headlight finished. This one actually turned out great. I'm fairly impressed with this. A little bit of ghosting on the end there, but other than that, she's pretty. way better than that other headlight. However, again, these ones are for sale, so now that I've got them in decent condition, hopefully somebody will be interested. But yeah, just gotta wash this stuff up, and that's it for the headlight restoration. That's it for now, at least. I'll come back and show you this in the dark tonight, where it should look a little bit nicer, hopefully. I said I'd give you a look at these in their slightly dimmer state, and yeah, this is what we're dealing with. Much nicer than it was. The whole car just looks a lot cleaner on the front end. A little bit of work like that makes a significant difference, and yeah, I'm very happy with it. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, and yeah, thanks for watching.